Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to optimize your agent screen for contact center or for back office using the unified user experience. So the first thing that I wanted to do is get into our problem statement, and you can go ahead and peruse basically where we sit in the hierarchy as far as what our product does. Basically, Ivenix will take place when an interaction comes through. Ivenix will come up with a screen of data as an interaction comes in. That could be a phone call, email, text message, so on and so forth. And then it does a lot of different things, too many things for the scope of this video. Anyways, so with Ivenix, how can you optimize your agent screens and why would you want to do that? Let's get into the problem statement. If your call center or back office agents are logging in and out of too many systems, that's a problem you'd want to solve. Would it be helpful to consolidate their screens into what we call a single pane of glass for more efficient data viewing? So what type of impact does the juggling of multiple systems have on agents? The issue with multiple systems and sources of truth is that they compound the complexity of the agent's job, and they wind up costing the business owner an extra 15 to 30% in labor. So some examples of the issue are when agents must, they have to cross-reference data platform between platforms. So they're looking at one piece of data for a customer in one platform, another piece of data for the same customer in another platform, and so on. If they make a mistake by doing an incorrect search, or they find a duplicate record, those are bad situations, right? That's a no-win. If you pull up a duplicate record, you take notes on the duplicate record, then it's very likely someone will not see those notes. You basically have orphaned the data, or in a case that you've provided inaccurate data, if the duplicate is just not a duplicate record, but a similar record. So it just escalates the potential that you're going to have errors in your data. It slows your agents down. Another challenge is the timing, as I've been discussing. When agents have to log in to various systems, they have to keep track of all those different systems. If they forget, they close down a tab, one of them times out. It really slows down and skews their processes, right? On average, even the quickest agents will spend an extra minute or two finding data in multiple repositories. If your average interaction with a client is 5 minutes, then that means 2 minutes the agent's time is being wasted by going back and forth, from one platform to the next, right? So from an agent's perspective, what we found is that having a single pane of glass is the most efficient method for them, right? But without the right platform, it can take a long time to build out a solution like that. And that's why we have this put together. It does take a while to create what we've created, quite a few years. But the beauty of it for you is that we can launch it in about 4 to 6 weeks, right? Not only can we launch in about 4 to 6 weeks, it's easily usually about 80% lower cost or 90% lower cost than what it would be for you to build it. From scratch, and plus, you get a lot of other features beyond that we don't have time to get into for the scope of this video, but please check out the other videos for those. So the development costs and the amount of time that it would take to create a system like this that shows the right data at the right time, it's insurmountable for companies, right? I mean, it takes a lot of resources. And then you're waiting 2 or 3 years to have a good quality product, to have a good QA process for a product that works as well as the product that you're about to see. So what this system does is it can aggregate your data. It can synchronize the data between various platforms. And you can see here, we've got examples of Salesforce and maybe a proprietary CRM, maybe a system like NetSuite. We synchronize that data in real time. We pull it to the screen. We show it on the right screen at the right time. So a call comes in and we're going to show Salesforce data in the center of the screen. We're going to show NetSuite data on the bottom right. We're going to show proprietary CRM data on the bottom left. There's a lot that's happening, but it's instant, okay? So instead of the agent going around on a treasure hunt for data, across multiple platforms, logging in and out of 3, 4, 5 different platforms, everything instantly is found as soon as the phone call comes in or the text message or the email. And then the right screen is shown when that interaction comes through. So if someone sends a text message, they're going to see, the agent's going to see the data that is relevant to that text message for that phone number only. If an email comes through, the agent is going to see the supporting data that is relevant to that email only. So I just want to be clear, if you had multiple sources of data within these systems, within Salesforce, within NetSuite, you could actually pull those to the screen depending on different scenarios, right? So there's a lot that you can do as far as optimizing things. Bringing everything onto a single screen makes the agents as efficient as possible. So it's a faster and cheaper option. The real-time data hub, rules-based synchronization, getting all the data in one place is quick and easy, painless. Once we have the data, the agent screen's a matter of just placing the data fields where they want. You know, everything is drag and drop in this system. So where we can drag and drop the data fields, it allows us to show the right data at the right time or to show the right screen at the right time. And let's go ahead and just take a preview of what that would look like. So here I would have an interaction come through. Over here on the right side, I've got my knowledge base, my research panel, open and ready to go. I've got a website or a portal iframed in there. So we can do an API integration, or we can do a iframed portal if necessary. And then we have a calendar object that can interact with any of the time and date fields within the system. And I've got my knowledge base with my parent-child hierarchy here. And then we have a phone call or a text message or some interaction come through. The screen is going to fill up with data automatically. See how fast that is? We have not just 3 pieces of data here. We've got a full data list. We have customer information. We have ticket information. And then we have probably about 15, 20 different interactions that have pulled up. So with that single phone call, we are loading 22 different pieces of data. If you counted the knowledge base, because the knowledge base can also be triggered off of that. So all these screens would fill up. That would be 23 pieces of data off of that single phone call coming in. And the agent didn't have to look for it. The agent didn't have to log into other systems to get it. So you can see how if you had a 5-minute call, this system in this scenario that I presented would save you 2 minutes. Now, we're not guaranteeing that every company is going to save 2 minutes on a 5-minute call. That's not the line that we're selling. We want to be subjective about it. But it's always going to make your agents faster. It's always going to make your management team stronger and more capable, because we have the data screens that they need to see for their interactions. And then we have the dashboards and reports to back up those screens. So from a management standpoint, it's a win-win. If I needed to add a data field, everything again here is drag and drop. If I need to map a data field to a remote system, that can be done dynamically. You don't need help from a programmer to do that. So you can see here's the remote system on the right side. I select the data field I want, I map that to the UUE, and now those data fields are going to synchronize automatically. So 98% of what you would ever want to do for your agent screens, for your contact center, for your back office, you should be able to do in this product without needing any help from a programmer, without needing any help from our team. Now, in those 2% of cases where you do need help, we do have service packages, and we do have a team that can help you full service. When we launch the product, we set it up full service, and it usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks. In most cases, there are some weeks where there are some situations where it's going to take longer than 4 to 6 weeks. But if you want more information, please visit www.ivenix.com. That's www.ivinex.com, or send an email to sales@ivenix.com. That's sales@ivinex.com. Thanks for your time. Bye.